He has competed in Europe, he's competed in America, he's competed all over the world, and he's got 999 horsepower. They went that far and said, that's enough.
That's enough.
Let's
That'll
not be
do.
ridiculous. 1,000 horsepower. But this is a brand new build, works well, and Juha likes these fast tracks.
He certainly does, and he's a man renowned for having a fast car with plenty of grip. And now Juha Rintanen fires down, brand new build for 2023, right to the edge of the circuit, flicks up some dust, fires an angle, keeps a hold of it, a little wobble, but makes it work now as Rintanen collects that inner zone, looks for the transition back as he comes down the other side of this very shallow hill, looks for the transition, a final outside zone 8, gets in it, holds onto it right to the edge of the circuit, to the wall. Rintanen throws his hand out the window and says, that's how you do it.
It's good. He can't do that.
No.
I think he wants a top 5 here. I think he's going to have to go for it.
He's going to go for it. He's going to throw down. He's a man that likes a lot of speed, a lot of grip. Look at this. Look at the speed and the grip. He's absolutely firing down now. The way that car reacted, you can tell he's dialed it. He's turned up to 11 right now, and he wants to keep it right to the edge of the circuit, and he does. Now, does he keep it together? He does. With just a little handbrake in the outside zone. This is very nice for Rintanen. He wants a top spot. He wants to fight for that top 5, and he's going for it right now. Goes for the transition back on the foot brake in the outside zone. Gets the car towards the wall. Job done for Juha Rintanen.
Do you know what I was just thinking while he was going through that track? South of Europe here in one battle and two very steely competitors. Let's see what happens in this one as Juha Rintanen, who's been looking very strong all weekend, takes on Diogo Correa, who sometimes can wake up in the morning and win a whole event. Here we go as they come through the intersection of that first corner. Looks like Juha Rintanen's got this one dialed. The bodywork flexing with the speed that GR86 is carrying through the course. Look at this, the fin absolutely flying. Diogo Correa with no answer whatsoever for Juha Rintanen's pace right now, having to cut the course in that E92 BMW to stay in the fight. Juha Rintanen looking like he is on rails here, because that's all he can do. It's going to be interesting to see if Juha can manage that aggression.
Yeah, let's see what he can do as he slots that car through the gears. Diogo Correa starts to pull a little bit of ground already. Correa now, he opens up the throttle, starts to drive away. As Juha Rintanen now looks for the door of that BMW, the transition, Rintanen closer than Correa as they come down into this slower section now through that second inside zone. They look for the transition back, no separation as Juha Rintanen doesn't make any mistakes, keeps it within the track limits. Oh, goes for the transition. I thought he was going to make contact there. Squeezes the throttle, he's out of that last outside zone, but he's wheel to wheel across the line.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Does it make sense? It never does at the Drift Masters European Championship. He slots through the gears, and lead him in will be Juha Rintanen in this incredible GR86. Rintanen fires through and starts to already put some ground between himself and Timu now as they fire through. Peltola struggling with that transition, just can't get it right. Now the ground starts to open up massively as Juha Rintanen looks down in front of the grandstand, fires through, looks for the final transition. Timu just can't get back any lost ground as Rintanen looks for the wall, gets the job done across the line. He wants to get into that grey 8. He knows Jack Shanahan awaits in that grey 8 battle. They're off through the gears down. They come through that start line. Peltola looks for the initiation, flicks that wagon across the circuit, gets on the throttle. Now he starts to put some ground between himself and Juha Rintanen, but Juha Rintanen stands on the accelerator and draws him in like a fish on a fishing line, drags him in down the outside zone. They look for the inside zone, over the crest of the hill they come, and Peltola transitions and once again begins to drive away, but Juha Rintanen won't let him escape for too long as they get into that final outside zone. Rintanen looks for the door and he gets onto it in a front wheel. Driver, and now Jack Shanahan sits along the line, aside him in the line and says, you're going home early.
Well, here we go, Shanahan in the chase, Rintanen in the lead. Big early initiation from Shanahan, risky from Shanahan, but he makes it work as Juha Rintanen now puts foot to floor. Loads of pace in that GR86, pulling away from Shanahan massively on the decel here. Now Shanahan's going to make a dive through this corner. Very good line. Juha Rintanen missing that inner zone, going a little bit too wide and barely taking the next zone. Rintanen is on a flyer, but Shanahan cannot catch him through the last section of this course as they go through. Shanahan with no proximity. Shanahan's got a problem. Shanahan shuts down.
Boost. Here we go, off the line they go. Shanahan to lead out. Juha Rintanen looking to get this one done and dusted. Jack's going to try to drive away. Absolutely fires through. But will Juha Rintanen play it safe? Will he play it clean as Shanahan drops a wheel off the edge of the circuit? Forces that car into a transition, but look at Rintanen still not giving up as he gets himself into it. Juha Rintanen almost cutting the circuit there as he does now. Cuts the outside zone, trying to seal the deal on the transition. Jack Shanahan into that final outside zone. Juha Rintanen onto the door, across the line.
So, yeah, we're hearing from the start. Collected do my thing. Let's see how those styles mix up as we go for another spot in the final. Rintanen to lead in Nakamura.
Yeah, look at this already. Nakamura's getting into the groove now. We talk about the groove, and he's right in it. He's right in the pocket. He's right on the door as they come round the outside zones, hustling and bustling. Oh, but Nakamura takes a wrong transition. Wheels on the inside now, and that allows Juha Rintanen to drive away. He goes in front of the grandstand on full throttle as he now hammers down towards that final outside zone. Nakamura gets himself back up into the pocket, back into the groove on that qualifying line, but it's too much too late.
We're calling it like he's lost him. You just never know. Here we go. It's the second half of the battle to decide who goes to the final. It will be Nakamura in the lead position and Rintanen in the chase.
There we go. Nakamura fires that car on the inside line though, and has to get out of it, get back on it again, but that forces Juha Rintanen into a bit of understeer now. The bonnet flapping the speed. These guys are carrying understeer once again for Nakamura. I wonder if that car's damaged, but Juha Rintanen on the inside of the circuit, going over the curve, missing clipping points. This one is a scrappy second half of the battle. Juha Rintanen fires in, tries to find some sort of proximity at the end of the run, but I have no idea.
One win and one will lose, and we're about to find out. Here we go.
Oh, look at this from Rintanen already flying through, but McKeever on the back bumper. Big initiation. McKeever goes for it, but he can't match the pace. He's been outpaced by Juha Rintanen, who swings that car from left to right. McKeever, the man that we said was fastest round this circuit, is now left in a cloud of tyre smoke, but Rintanen shortcuts the outside zone, and now McKeever starts to rein him back in. Can he find anything in that final outside zone? And he can't, as Juha Rintanen leaves the Irishman in a cloud of smoke.
Who would have predicted it, Ian? Really big angle, really fast from the off. Let's see if Rintanen can get the job done. When McKeever has something left in the tank. It is the final run of the weekend. McKeever to lead in Rintanen. Here we go.
Yeah, look at this already. Rintanen not letting McKeever get away. McKeever fires that car a big angle, as you say, Dave. He's going to play the game, but it doesn't matter to Juha Rintanen. A little wobble, but he gets himself back into it again as Rintanen now works his way down into that transition. Over the hill they go. Look in front of the grandstand. McKeever now starts to drive away from Juha Rintanen as Juha Rintanen makes a big dive into that final outside zone. He looks for the wheel and he gets there across the line.